Who's a gamer? I'm a gamer. You're not wasting your life if you're a gamer, so let's see what this video is about.
You're not wasting your life playing video games. Games being wastes of time, immature and childish are not new claims by any stretch of the imagination, but I've started to see them become more popularised over the last couple of years.
Yeah, but they
A while
bypass it
ago,
somehow.
it felt like every video in my recommended had the title Why Video Games Aren't Fun Anymore. And then shortly after that, it was How to Make Games Fun Again. I don't want it to seem like I have a problem with that because some of those videos were great, I loved them, they sparked some interesting discussions. But it was in the comments of those videos that I begun to see this sentiment creep back in. I
think this is The Last of Us 2. I've been hearing so much kerfuffle about the part 2 because they adapted it the same way they did in the video game, which is so crazy because you would think that people would want it the same way, but with The Last of Us 2, people just always hated it in the original, so they didn't want it redone the same way. And people are upset that it was done the same way. But yeah. Also, my name is JJB. Hope you guys are having a good one.
People getting told to just grow up, as if video games are inherently for children. Those words, just grow up, have been swirling around my head for a while now, because they fundamentally ignore the possibility that video games, as with any other art form, can be a positive force. Recently, I posted my Legend of Zelda and Autism video.
You know what's crazy though? Like, games have title different ratings. So like, mature games 18 plus. So like, you're supposed to grow up. Why can't you play those games? They're mature games. And when you have kids, what? Now you can play games because you have kids and they can play the games. Exactly. Like,
video, and I've been blown away by the response and the discussions in the comments. So many shared their stories and connections with the video games they love and spoke about the ways they found meaning in them. And it's been incredibly rewarding and beautiful reading through all of them, but it also just inspired me to finally want to make this video that I'd been thinking about for such a long time. First, I want to talk a little bit about the general good that video games can do. Now listen, I'm not naive. Obviously video games can also have a negative impact. As with all things, there's probably a turning point where it becomes, for lack of a better word, overconsumption. And I think a lot of frustration and anger can be built up from trying to persist with a game that you simply don't enjoy. However, over the last few years, more and more studies have popped up finding potential links between games as a medium and improving mental health. Games offer mental stimulation.
What do you guys think about that, chat? Because I know a lot of people use that as like a getaway of a sort from real life because real life is either too tough or they don't want to do something in real life. Let's say low key like GTA 5. They're like, I have a game to cope with those type of feelings.
And I'm not talking TikTok doom scroll mental stimulation either.
Holy God, what are you showing me? Come on!
I'm talking real, productive mental stimulation. That Elden Ring boss you're stuck on, every you died has forced you to think critically, to strategize and analyze and think about how you can approach the fight better next time. A lot of games use audio cues that force you to think and analyze how you go about a situation, a lot of them in real time, online, high pressure environments. Take complex high pressure environments.
Can I say, I still can hate how when you play online, there's no pause feature. I know why there isn't a pause feature. I still hate the idea of it. Like, dang, what if I just gotta use a bathroom really badly? Like, dang, I can't pause a video. But like, I know it's real time, so. But I just wish there was like an automatic mode or something like that, so it would feel like you could have like a bit of leisure, but then you wouldn't have the sweats.
Environments out of the equation though, and there's a whole genre of cozy games dedicated to giving the player a chance to escape the troubles of the real world. I mean, we saw evidence of this in real time with the release of Animal Crossing New Horizons in the COVID lockdowns. The world was collectively going through.
Bro, when COVID happened, everyone wanted to play this game. I played it a little bit with my cousin. I'm not gonna explore how I had the game, but okay, anywho. Okay, no, I did buy it from the flea market when it was on sale, but I had gotten the game, and I mean it's okay when I'm playing with my friends, but when I play by myself, I'm like, what's the point? But like, it's one of those cozy games. But it doesn't really have a dating feature, so I kind of lose the interest compared to when there's a dating feature.
A bizarre, scary, traumatic time, and over 26 million people found comfort in their Animal Crossing islands. And yes, escapism combined with overconsumption can be negative. You can neglect your real world needs. But it also offers many of us some peace in some really dark and testing periods. And the importance of that and the safety it offers cannot be understated. Similarly, the sense of accomplishment that video games can offer can't be understated either. We live in a world and a time where we are constantly berated with the person we should be, the things we should be buying, the goals we should be targeting, and the timelines we should be reaching them in. The modern world makes it nigh on impossible to ever feel like we're enough, like we're doing enough. But games, they offer quest lists, trophies, and unlockables that provide a small but rewarding sense of achievement and productivity. None of this is new, however. This is all known information. I want to take it back to that phrase, just grow up. Like we're wrong for loving something, or we're immature for caring about something. This belief that we need to be a specific type of person to have, quote, grown up. It just feels like another product of a world that relies on selling you an idea. Selling you an idea of what a person looks like, selling you an idea of what a life looks like, and making you feel insecure about your own to force you to buy into it.
You know what's crazy though? Like influencers, if you've seen TikToks or overconsumption videos, which are about TikToks, they all show you about all these people who be over consuming. And yeah, it's not video games, but it's either on makeup or the Stanley Cups. I freaking hate the Stanley Cups, but that's besides the point. And it's just like, oh, video games are seen as childish, but what you would tell me that if you collected like 50 Stanley Cups, that wouldn't be seen as childish. Like, why do you need 50 Stanley Cups, my dude? But anywho, I'm like, oh, mind you, they're like $50 a piece, so that's like $2,500 you're spending on cups. And yet you complain if someone has a video game. Oh my gosh, they're using video game. Whatever shall they do? Rip. Rip indeed.
So much of the world we live in regurgitates this idea that your life needs a purpose to be lived to the fullest. But then no two experts share the same opinion on what that purpose should be. I don't know. To me, it just feels like the system we live in is designed to make us feel like we're never enough unless we've accomplished something that same system deems impressive. Impossible things for most of us, like becoming a billionaire or inventing time travel or something like that. So that phrase, just grow up, it irks me. It just does, because your life is never going to be a fulfilling one if you're forever holding yourself to an idea that someone else set. Which brings me, I guess, to what I've been trying to say this whole time. The world we live in, foundationally, might be built with the idea of economic and corporate success in mind, but we, as people, are not. We're human beings. We are built to feel, to care. It's the reason we're all still here when you think about it, because somebody cared about somebody else enough to love them. And whether you believe in divine intervention or evolution or even nothing at all, I don't believe the whoever, the whatever, or the however of the creation of humanity ever intended for the concept of success or economy to be so important as to be the metrics a person's worth is measured by. You are enough. You are enough.
People often blame capitalism or something like that, but I mean, I think there's also to think about the fact that how do you act yourself? How do you perceive people? And what do you do if someone is in need or whatnot? I think it's because we tend to lose our innocence once we grow up because we see how dark the world can be. So it's a lot harder. Like, you grow up and you fantasize, oh, life is gonna be so much better when I'm an adult, and then it happens, and you're like, well, dang, And then, you would think you would have a support system or something like that, the support, but you don't. So then you're like, um, what can I do? Um, anyone can help. And then you're like, you feel that like pit of despair because you're like, oh, no one's gonna help me. I have to figure this out all by my own. And so then it's like, what do you do now? What do you do now?
Regardless of those metrics. We spoke in my Zelda video about how it's enough to simply exist. And that sentiment rings true here too. It's also enough to simply care. You're not a loser or immature or childish because you care about video games. It is the notion of caring that makes you a person. And that person is enough. You are not wasting your life playing video games. You're not wasting your life doing anything. You couldn't. Living is caring. And it never had to be about anything more. I want to close by reading you a poem you've probably heard before. It's been blowing up online over recent years, but a poem that's important nonetheless, and I think it aids in what I'm trying to communicate here. The poem is Wild Geese by Mary Oliver, and it goes, you do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things.
Yeah, like, whenever I see people get so upset online, I'm like, to me, it's just like, that's just time for me to, like, take a step back or something because, like, you know, you have to care about yourself, and getting upset from other people's actions only gonna make you upset and make you feel worse at the end of the day. So it's like, why do you want to put yourself in that type of like situation? I know some places the online world is might be safer than the outside world, but I don't know. Like, some stuff that people be acting is like the be all end all is stuff that people don't even really even be discussing on outside of online. So it's just like, why am I gonna freak out about it? It's like, I have other stuff to take care of. So I don't know, that's just my thoughts on it. But like, yeah, you can freak out about it, but at the end of the day, who's it hurting more, you or the person you're fighting with? I don't know, that's just my thought on it.
That's what I want to leave you with. You don't have to fit into someone else's idea of success. You only have to let yourself love what you love, and that will forever be enough. Thank you for watching this video. Your recent support and comments have blown me away, and I could not be more grateful.
I don't know. For me, I feel like success is, that is something to think about, because some people be like, you shouldn't look at the numbers or stuff like that, but I don't know. Maybe it's like, because it's not just about monetary value, but it's like how you actually feel. Like, let's say you had the monetary value. Would it be worth it if all you're doing is like getting help for your health because you can't take what's going on online? I don't know. That leads you to think. But with that being said, what do you guys think of this video? Chat, do you like it? You have any opposing thoughts? Please let me know down in the comments below and watch the next video. Bye bye.